circuit. Draw this circuit. Draw this circuit and write the question. This is the parallel circuit. Draw this. This is the voltage, 200 at an angle 30 degrees. After drawing the circuit, you inform me. Question and circuit. Have you drawn?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now see here. How many branches are there? How many? Five branches are there. In one branch, voltage source is there. In one branch, voltage source is there. In the second branch, what is the impedance? One second. What is the page number? Okay. In the first branch, we are having Z1. Z1 is equal to 20 plus JH0. In the first branch, Z1 is there, that is 20 ohms. Only resistance is there. In the second branch, only inductance is there. If it is inductance, reactance is there. Only reactance is there. That is inductive reactance means plus. What is Z3?
The screen is blurry.
Screen is not visible.
No, sir. It's somewhat blurred.
Blurring is coming. Now is it visible?
Still somewhat blurred, sir.
Is it okay now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. See here in Z. In Z3, we are having minus J20. In the last branch, what is that circuit? In the last branch, what is that impedance?
Eight 8.6.
5 plus J, 8.66. See here in your problem, they have given wrong. For inductance, it should be positive. Change it to plus J 8.66. In your problem, for capacitance, it is minus. For capacitance, it is minus. But for inductance, it should be plus. For inductance in your circuit, they have given wrong. Inductance will never be negative. It should be positive. Plus J 8.66. That is one branch. That is RL circuit. In the third branch, you are having capacitance. Only capacitance is there. In the second branch, only inductance is there. For inductance, it will be plus J10. For first branch, only resistance is given. Only resistance is given. There is no reactance. In the first branch, only 20 ohms is there. That is Z1. Is it clear? Okay. Now see here. Now I am determining admittances. Y1 is equal to 1 by Z1. What is this value? Siemens. And determining Y1. Y1 is equal to inverse of impedance. Inverse of impedance is admittance. Y2 is equal to 1 by Z2. Y2 is 1 by Z2. What is the value of 1 by Z2? What is Z2? One by J10. Multiply with J, both numerator and denominator. We'll get J by, what is the value of J square? What is the value of J square?
-1.
Minus J, 1 by 10 is 0.1, I think. What is the unit of admittance? Siemens. Unit of admittance is Siemens. Similarly, Y3. Y3 is equal to 1 by Z3, 1 by minus J20. If J comes to numerator, it becomes plus J. See here, if J comes to numerator, it becomes minus J. If minus J comes to numerator, it becomes plus J. 1 by 20 is, this is the value of Y3. Sorry, it is Siemens, not ohms. Unit of admittance is Siemens. Y4 is equal to 1 by Z4. That is 1 by 5 plus J 8.66. Now it is in the division. Convert this into polar form. Convert this into polar form. How much you'll get?
Nine point nine at an angle 59.9.
59.9 means approximately 60 it is. Now y4 is 1 by 10 is 0.1 at an angle minus 60. Convert this to rectangle form.
X is equals to 0.05, y is equals to minus 0.08.
0.05 minus j 0.866. This is Siemens.
0.086.
Your y4 is this much.
Sir, y is equals to minus 0.086, sir.
0.086.
Minus
0.086.
0.086. Okay. Siemens. Now here, what is the total equivalent impedance of this circuit? Total equivalent impedance of this circuit is Z equivalent is equal to 1 by Z1, 1 by Z3. How many branches? 4 branches are there. 1 by Z4. One by Z1. What is 1 by Z equivalent? Y equivalent. 1 by Z1 is Y1. 1 by Z4 is Y4. Your Y1 is 0.05. Y2 is minus 0.1. Y3 is J 0.05 plus Y4 is 0.05 minus J 0.086. This is your Y equivalent. Tell me the final answer. Add the real parts. 0.05 plus 0.05 is 0.1.
Minus 1.36.
Minus J 0.1366 Siemens. Your total admittance is this much. Convert this to polar form.
Magnitude is 0.106. Sir.
0.169.
No, sir. 0.106. 106.
0.106.
Yes, sir.
See it properly. Convert this.
Sir, 0.1688, sir.
Okay, 0.1688 means 169 at an angle 53.
6.
Okay, 53.6 something Siemens. This is your Y equivalent. Now write a note point. Note if Z1, Z2, Z3 are in series, what is the equivalent impedance? If Z1, Z2, Z3 are in series, what is the equivalent impedance?
Z1 plus Z2 plus Z3.
Z1 plus Z2 plus Z3. This is point 1, note 1. Now write in note 2. If Z1, Z2, Z3 are in parallel, your equivalent impedance, your equivalent value is Y equivalent is equal to Y1 plus Y2 plus Y3. Your equivalent admittance is Y1 plus Y2 plus Y3. See here, we have taken, if your impedances are in parallel, we have taken Y equivalent is equal to Y1 plus Y2 plus Y3. So in parallel circuit, instead of impedance, if you take admittance, the calculations will be easy. Instead of impedance, if you take admittance, just we are adding. In series, we'll add the impedances. In parallel, we'll add the admittances. Remember one point, in series, we'll add the impedances. If they are in parallel, we'll add the admittances. Y equivalent is equal to Y1 plus Y2 plus Y3. Otherwise, you can do by using impedance also. How we will do? You have to take 1 by Z1, 1 by Z2, like this you have to do. Instead of going for this, it is easy to add the admittances in parallel. In parallel, we will add the admittances. In series, impedances will be added. In parallel, admittances will be added. That is the difference. Now, what he is asking in the problem? What he is asking in the problem? Current I. What is the formula for current? I is equal to V by Z equivalent. 1 minute. One second. Current I is equal to V by Z equivalent. This can be written as 1 by Z equivalent is Y equivalent. We can take any formula. 1 by Z is Y. Y is equal to 1 by Z. Now what is V given in the problem? What is the voltage given?
200.
200 at an angle 30. What is Y value you got? Multiplication. You take polar form. It will be easy. What is 200 into 0.169? Now add these two. In multiplication, we'll add these two. 30 plus minus 53.8. 30 plus minus 53.8. This is the current. Now he is asking to calculate Z equivalent. Z equivalent is 1 by Y equivalent. 1 by 0.169 at an angle minus 53.8. Your value is 5.9. If angle comes to numerator, it becomes plus. If angle comes to numerator, it becomes plus. That's all about the problem. If you want to convert into rectangle form, we can convert. If you want to convert into rectangle form, we can convert this. Now see here. This is the value I is equal to V into Y. I is equal to V into Y. Then Z is equal to 1 by Y. Z is equal to 1 by Y. So this is the parallel circuit. How many nodes are there here?
1, sir.
Only one node is there. See, all the 5 branches are connected to single node point. This voltage is supplying the total current I. This current is dividing in these 4 branches. In parallel, current will divide as I1, I2, I3, and I4. In the problem, he is not asking I1, I2, I3, I4. He is asking only total current I value and equivalent impedance. We have determined total current and equivalent impedance. Okay, next we'll go to the next problem. Okay. Take down this problem. Take down this problem. But draw the circuit. First draw the circuit. Then you can take the question. Draw this circuit. Draw this circuit. Later we can take the question.
Completed, sir.
Have you completed?
Yes, sir.
Okay, 1 second. Now write down the question. Determine the current drawn by the, write down this question. Determine the current drawn by the following circuit when a voltage of 200 volts is applied across the circuit. Draw the phasor diagram. Okay, I think you have written the question. Now see here. Now I am taking, this is Z1. I am taking this one as Z1. I am taking that as Z1. Now tell me what is Z1? What is Z1?
4 plus J6.
4 plus J6 ohms. Convert it to polar form.
$7.21 at an angle
7.2 at an
56.30.
angle
56.3.
56.3. Here I am getting positive because the plus is here. Now come to Z2. What is Z2? What is Z2? Let us take this is Z2.
10 plus
10.
10 minus 12 J12.
10 minus J12. For capacitance, we will take minus. For capacitance, I will take minus. Convert it to polar form.
$18.62 and angle is minus
Minus
50.19.
okay, 50.19 ohms. Now Z3. What is Z3?
6 plus 10 J.
6 plus J10. Inductance is there. Inductance means plus J. Inductance means plus J. You have to get this.
Angle 59, sir. 59.0.
59 point.
59.0.
Okay, 59 you take. 59 degrees. Now can you tell me the equivalent impedance of the entire circuit? Z2 and Z3, how they are? Z2 and Z3, they are
Parallel.
parallel or series? Z2 and Z3, how they are?
Parallel.
Parallel, sir.
Okay, Z2 and Z3 are in parallel. This parallel combination is in series with Z1. This parallel combination is in series with Z1. Okay. This parallel combination is in series with Z1. Now I have to determine the total impedance of this circuit. If I know the total impedance of this circuit, then you can determine current. I is equal to V by Z equal. This 200 volts is delivering the total current. This 200 volts is delivering the total current. Therefore, total current is equal to total voltage by total impedance of the circuit. Your total impedance of the circuit is Z equivalent. These two are in parallel. Z2, Z3 are in parallel. This parallel combination will come in series with Z1. This parallel combination will come in series with Z1. Okay. Now I will determine this Z equivalent. See here, Z2, Z3 parallel. Z2, Z3 parallel means Z2, Z3 by Z2 plus Z3 plus Z1. If two impedances are in parallel, R1, R2 by R1 plus R2. That is Z2, Z3 by Z2 plus Z3. Write on this. Now, in multiplication, take polar form. In addition, take, which one will take?
Rectangle.
In addition, what will take? Rectangle form. So we have both rectangle form and polar form. So Z2 and Z3 take the polar form. 15.6 into 11.7. First I will calculate this value. Z2, later we will go for Z1. First calculate Z2, Z3. Tell me the value of Z2, Z3 by Z. What is the value of 15.6 into 11.7?
182.5.
How much?
182.52.
182.52. What are these two angles? 59 minus, this will be 59 minus 50.2. Add these two angles.
Add.
8.8.
How much? 8.8 degrees. Divide by, we have calculated Z2, Z3 by Z2 plus Z3. 10 plus 6, 16. Minus J12 plus J10. Add the rectangle form. In addition, we'll take the rectangle form. Re-add the real parts. 10 plus 6 is 16. Minus J12 plus J10. That is minus J2. Now convert this to polar form. Because numerator is in polar form. Convert the denominator into polar form.
16.12 at an angle 7.1.
16 point. How much? 16 point. 12 at an angle. What is the value?
16.12
At an angle.
minus 7.12.
Minus 7.1. Now we have converted this rectangle to polar form in the denominator. What is this value? Z2 plus Z3 value is this much. Z2 plus Z3 value is this much. Okay. Now divide the values. 182.52 by 16.12.
182.52 divided by 1.
Are you getting 17.5?
No, sir. 11.32.
Okay. 11.32. Okay. At an angle, if angle comes to numerator, it becomes plus. If angle comes to numerator, it becomes plus.
15.9.
15.9. Okay. Now here Z equivalent we are having plus Z1 also. This is only Z2, Z3 by Z2 plus Z3.
Sir, in
Now
denominator, we have minus 2, sir.
minus,
Minus 7.1, no, sir.
if it comes to numerator, bring it to numerator.
Already we have minus, no, sir. It will be minus only, no, sir.
If minus comes to numerator, it becomes plus. If this is coming to numerator, it becomes plus 7.1.
Okay.
Okay. Negative is converted to positive, numerator if it comes. In multiplication, we will add these two. Multiplication angles will be added. In division, angles will be subtracted. Okay. Now here we got Z equivalent. Now Z1. In addition, you have to take the rectangle form. Already Z1 is in rectangular form. 4 plus J6. Convert this to rectangle form. Convert this to rectangle form. (11.3 to 15.9). Convert it to rectangle form.
X is equal
10.9 plus J 3.1.
10.8, 3.1.
10.8 plus J 3.1. Now what is Z1? Z1 is 4 plus J6. Your Z1 is 4 plus J6. Therefore, your Z equivalent is Total will get 14.9.
14.8.
Okay, 14.8
J
Plus-
9.1.
plus J 9.1. Convert it to polar form.
$17.37 at an angle 31.5.
Okay. Okay, in your textbook they have given this. Approximately this is the value. So this is ohms, Z equivalent. Sir, we are having so much confusion in calculating Z equivalent, converting to polar, converting to rectangle. If you don't want all these things, you do one thing. See here, what I will do. If you don't want all these confusions, Z equivalent is equal to Z2 Z3. What is Z2? 10 minus J12 into Z3 is 6 plus J10 divided by Z2 plus Z3. 10 minus J12 plus 6 plus J10 plus Z1 is 4 plus J6. Your Z1 is 4 plus J6. First you do one thing. You keep your calculator in complex mode. Keep your calculator in complex mode. Keep your calculator in complex. Go to mode. Go to mode.
Yes, sir. Done, sir.
Okay. And type this. Brackets 10 minus J12 into brackets 6 plus J12. So this entire thing should be in one bracket. One more bracket you keep here. This is one more bracket. Here close this one more bracket. Two bracket. These two are kept in another bracket. Divide by this is 16 minus J2. This will be 16 minus J2. Denominator 16 minus J2. Divide this directly, you'll get some value. Keep your calculator in complex mode. Directly you can do the calculation instead of going for polar, rectangle, all these things. How much you'll get? After doing this, we'll get up to here. Up to here only. You will get 10.9. Sorry. I'll bring one more marker pen. Wait for some time. See here we'll get 10.9 plus J 3.1 plus Z1. This is Z1. Are you getting this value?
It's not visible.
It's not visible.
Sir,
This value is Z2 Z3 by Z2 plus Z3. It is not visible.
Now it's only, sir.
Visible?
yes,
Visible,
sir.
sir.
Okay. This value is Z2 Z3 by Z2 plus Z3. Are you getting this answer? After keeping the calculator in complex mode, directly you can go for the multiplication and division. Finally, you'll get Z equivalent this much. Okay. Okay, you can do it afterwards. Now bring the calculator in normal mode. Go to mode and you press COM. Then it will come to the complex mode. No, sorry, normal mode. After doing the complex operations, again bring back the calculator to common mode. You have done the calculation in complex mode now. Now bring your calculator in normal mode. For bringing normal mode, after doing calculations, you bring the calculator to normal mode. Mode COM, press 1, I think, in your calculator. Okay. Any doubt in Z equivalent? This is your Z equivalent value. In the problem, what he is asking? In problem, what he is asking? Total current I is equal to V by Z equivalent. What is the voltage?
$11.49.
11.4 at an angle minus 31.4 ampere. This is the current. Now tell me, phasor diagram is drawn for what? Phasor diagram is drawn for what?
Voltage.
Voltages and currents. Now what is the current flowing in Z1? What is the current flowing in Z1?
I, sir.
I. I is the current flowing in Z1. I is the current flowing in Z1. 1 second. One call is coming, 1 minute.
Sir, unmute yourself, sir.
Sir, you muted yourself.
Sorry, I have muted. Sorry. Now tell me, what is the current flowing in Z1?
I, sir.
I. I is the current flowing in Z1. Now this current I is dividing here in the parallel branches. This is the node. At the node current will divide. At the node current will divide. I is dividing as I1 and I2. I is dividing as I1 and I2. Therefore, if we apply KCL here, incoming current is equal to outgoing current. I is equal to I1 plus I2. That means I is the resultant of I1 and I2. I is the resultant of I1 and I2. So we'll draw the phasor diagram for I1, I2 and I. This is regarding the current. Any doubt in the current?
No, sir.
Now come to the voltage. See here. $200 at an angle 0 volts. Voltage, this is the total voltage. This is the total voltage V. Now this voltage will divide across Z1. Now this voltage plus why I have written V2 is equal to V3?
In parallel circuits, voltage will be same. Also.
Okay, in parallel voltage is same. Voltage across Z2 is V2. Voltage across Z3 is V3. But Z2 and Z3 are in parallel. That's why V2 is equal to V3. Now can you tell me total voltage is dividing? How total voltage is dividing? V is equal to
V1,
V1 plus
V2.
V2 or V1 plus V3. We can take any one, either V2 or V3. We can take either V2 or V3 because V2 is equal to V3. V2 is equal to V3. In parallel, voltages are equal. So the total voltage, this 200 volts, is dividing as V1 and V2. That's why I had taken V is the resultant of V1 and V2, or V is the resultant of V1 and V3. Now for drawing the phasor diagram, what do you want to know? For drawing phasor diagram, what do you want to calculate? What do you want to calculate? I1, I2, V1 or V2? We want I1, I2, V1, V2. How will you calculate I1 and I2? Have you written this? Have you written this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now see here, I am calculating I1 and I2 first of all. I1 is equal to, apply current divider, in parallel current divider. Total current into, what is the opposite branch for I1? I1 opposite branch.
I2.
I2, that is I1 is flowing in Z2. I1 is flowing in Z2. For opposite branch for Z2 is
Yes, sir.
Z3. I1 opposite branch is Z3. That is total impedance of parallel branches.
Z2
Total impedance of the parallel. Z2 and Z3 are parallel. Similarly, I2 is equal to total current into opposite branch for I2 is Z2. Z2 by Z2 plus Z3. So I am writing the, here I know I value. I value is this much. Z3 value also I know. Z2, Z3 also I know. Okay. Here Z2, Z3 I know. I'm writing the answers here. Afterwards, at home, you can calculate. I'm writing the answers. I2, I1 value. I1 value will get 8.25 at an angle 34.7 ampere. Similarly, I2 value 15.1 at an angle minus 74.5. So note down the answers and you can calculate it at home. This is the value of I1 and I2. Now I will calculate V1 and V2. V1 is equal to I1 into Z1. V2 is equal to I2 into Z2. V3 is equal to I3 into Z3. But I don't want V3 because V2 is equal to V3. V2 is equal to V3. I1, Z1. We know I1. We know I1 and Z1. Multiply 8.25 with 7.2. V1 is, we will get 82.2. I am writing the answer at an angle 24.9 volts. Similarly, V2 is 128.8 at an angle minus 15.5 volts. Now I got I1, I2, V1 and V2. Sorry, V1 is I into Z1, sorry. What is the current flowing in Z1? What is the current flowing in Z1? See your circuit.
I1.
See Z1. I am not asking
I,
Z2.
sir, I.
I is the current. Sorry, here this is I. This is not I1. This is I. What is the current flowing in Z2? What is the current? I1. I1 into Z2. Sorry. I1 into Z2. Your V3 is I2 into Z3. There is no need to calculate V3 because V2 is equal to V3. V2 is equal to V3. Calculate only V1 and V2. Okay. Now I'll draw the phasor diagram, you see. I'll draw the phasor diagram. I is the resultant of I1 and I2. First I'll draw I1 and I2. Then I will take resultant of I1 and I2 as I. Take one reference line. Take one reference line. Now tell me what is the I1 angle? What is the angle? I1?
34.7.
34.7. Positive or negative?
Positive.
Positive means anti-clockwise. Positive means anti-clockwise. Negative means clockwise. This is, let us take I1 with an angle 34.4, 34.7. This is your I1. Now come to I2. What is the angle?
Minus 74.5.
Minus 74 means from this reference axis take minus 74. The length of I2 is, this angle is 74.5 clockwise direction. I am taking it in the clockwise direction. So the length of I2 line is greater than I1. See, magnitude of I2 15.1. This is 8.25. I have taken shorter line for I1, bigger line for I2. I have taken bigger line for I2, smaller line for I1. Almost double. I1 line length is less than I2. Now you can construct the parallelogram. For I2, take the parallel line from I1. For I2, take parallel line from I1. For I2, take parallel line from I1. These two are parallel lines. Suppose if this is 6 centimeter, this is also 6 centimeter. If this length of the line is 6 centimeter, this length is also 6 centimeter. These two are parallel lines. Suppose if I1 length is 3 centimeter. If I1 is 3 centimeter, take parallel line for I1 from I2. Okay. These two are intersecting at one particular point. These two lines. These two lines are parallel. These two lines are parallel. These two lines are parallel. Is it a parallelogram?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now what is the diagonal here in the parallelogram? See from this, draw the diagonal. This is the diagonal. Diagonal in the parallelogram. Diagonal in the parallelogram is the resultant. I. I is the resultant of I1 and I2. I is the resultant of I1 and I2. This I1 and I2 is intersecting here. So I am taking the diagonal. This diagonal is, what is the angle for this I? See, we have calculated I. What is the angle?
Minus 31.4.
Minus 34.1.
31.4.
Okay, 31.4. This angle is minus. Minus means clockwise. 31.4. Clockwise means 31.4. Minus. Minus means clockwise. The angle for I is 31.4. This is the phasor diagram for the current. This is the phasor diagram for the current. Okay. Now we'll go for the voltage. V is the resultant of V1 and V2. What is V1? What is V1? What is the angle?
24.1.
24.9. It is in the anti-clockwise. 24 point. This is V1. Angle is 24.9. Angle is 24.9. Now what is V2? What is the angle?
Minus 15.5.
Minus 15 means clockwise or anti-clockwise?
Yes, sir.
Clockwise. Negative means clockwise. See, in clockwise I am taking 15. 15.5 clockwise direction. This is V2. Now see here, V2 length is greater. Magnitude is see V2 128.8. This is 82.2. This magnitude is greater than this. I am taking the longer length of line. V2 is greater than V1. Length of line is greater, but with the angle 15. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now what is the angle for V? Total voltage? What is the total voltage? 200 at an angle 0. See your circuit. What is the total voltage? 200 at an angle 0. So this V1 and V2 are intersecting on x-axis. On x-axis the angle is 0. On x-axis the angle is 0. Okay. Any doubt in the phasor diagram?
No, sir.
Tell me.
No, sir.
Okay. See example 14.30. After I am stopping the class here because time is over. After go through the problem in your textbook, it is there. 14.30 example. We have completed the problem phasor diagram. If you are having any doubt in the next class, you can ask me about this. I'll take the attendance. Wait for some time. Roll number 4 is absent. 11, 4, 11.